We have yet to regret doing 18-foot eaves, but we might feel differently right now.
Not really sure how to get this 9-foot roll up and all the way around. We're working on installing the sub trim around our garage door opening. However, we need to notch it around for the perma columns. The trim goes flat on the post, but the column and the concrete sticks out.
When I first saw her, a black cat crossed my trail. Bad news and high heels made me go off the rails. But one look at her, she's oh so fine. I know I've got to make her mine. She's just my kind, I can't get her off my mind.
We have a door.
This is one of the last framing steps we have before it's time to house wrap this thing.
We are getting so close to being able to put our windows in.
5 feet of dynamite will keep me dancing through the night. You know a black cat got nothing on a lucky man. Saturday night. New shirt, new shoes, no room for oversight.
It's finally time to install the grade boards. Basically, these get installed so the bottom is at finished grade, and they're going to become part of the form for our concrete slab. A lot of you have been asking about this slab. This is one of the reasons that we chose to build a post frame building. You do not have to pour a slab at the beginning. You can come back later and pour a slab anytime you like. This was ideal for us because we don't have the time or the budget to pour a concrete slab right now, but it is going to allow us to have a roof over our heads before the snow starts falling. Oh my goodness.
7 followers away. You guys.
99,993 subscribers. We are about to hit 100K. We're using Tapcon concrete anchor screws to attach the grade board to our permacolumn bases. Basically, you drill a hole with the hammer drill, with the bit that's included with the screws, and impact them in. They are awesome and easy. Now, because of the way the bracket sticks out from the side of the column, and the concrete sticks out slightly from the side of the bracket, we're having to notch each one of our grade boards on these end walls around the concrete base. Hi, Bailey. Hi. Not sure what happened here. The board does not fit. I also clearly did not cut on my mark.
I'm out of nails. So we started when we built our walls. Riley put 2 20-penny nails in at every wall girt, but we had a little bit of a concern that maybe that's not enough pull-out strength, so I'm going back with the nail gun and putting some 16-penny nails in and just making sure everything's hammered flat and flush to the columns.
So the Ryobi 2300 watt inverter generator was not able to start our air compressor. We are about to find out if our new Honda, that is a 2200 UI or something like that. We're about to find out if it'll start the air compressor.
No?
That's a no. Now that is not why we bought the Honda generator. The Ryobi generator had some kind of carburetor or fuel problem that popped up after only about 30 days of ownership. So we ended up actually returning it and buying the Honda, a decision that we are pretty happy with. The Honda is a significantly better product.
It is a day that I have really been looking forward to.
Today we're going to attempt to wrangle some 9-foot long rolls of house wrap onto this building.
Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know
Thanks, Kyle.
if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we'll never let it go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer, we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know.
Pays to be 6'2" with long arms.
This, super easy. That, not gonna be very easy. Every time we think we own every tool, we don't actually. So huge thanks to Walt and Carol for lending us their bang stapler.
'Cause with a love like this, we'll never fall.
We have yet to regret doing 18-foot eaves, but we might feel differently right now.
Not really sure how to get this 9-foot roll up and all the way around.
It's pretty heavy and very awkward. Let's see how this goes.
Our transition from the gable to the sidewall is actually slightly shorter than the gable wall because of the heel of the truss. So we're going to do we're gonna have to do the upper part in 4 pieces. The sidewall is gonna wrap around the gable, and then the gable wall will come up to the corner. Ideally, we'd have the house wrap be one continuous piece all the way around for water and air tightness, but it's just gonna be too hard for us to install up in the air like that. So it's gonna have to be 4 pieces, and we'll tape the seams.
We're doing a vented attic, and so there will not be house wrap going up in the gable ends. We made a kite.
How do we get our sail?
Ooh. Oh no, here comes another gust. Oh, Riley. That worked. shockingly well. So we're gonna just keep doing that on all the other walls. We had the exact perfect amount of house wrap. So the way we've been doing this is Riley's marking the center of the house wrap. We take that center up and line it up with the center of the building, and that way we can work out both ways and we know we're gonna have our 6 inches of overlap. And that's a wrap. Honestly, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Even with the little breeze that fought us towards the end, it still only took us, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours to get all this up. And
I mean, it's a tiny breeze, but as soon as you have those sheets up in the air, it feels like there's gale force winds coming for
trying
you.
to rip it down. Now it's time to move on to window flashing.
So, let's talk about house wrap a little bit.
Yeah.
In a post frame building with our application, the house wrap, it is a water barrier, but that's not its primary function.
So when the metal siding goes on and you have the 2 layers that overlap each other at a rib, air is able to infiltrate through that gap. So the main function of the house wrap is to actually block air from being able to escape out of our walls or come from the outside into the inside of our walls.
That's going to help with insulation. We're going to have a vapor barrier on the inside of our walls. That'll come after we insulate the building.
In a cold climate like this, when you heat the inside but the outside is cold, that's going to make that moist, warm air want to condense on the inside of the metal. So having the vapor barrier on the inside between the hot and the insulation is going to stop that moist air from being able to travel and ever reach the metal.
So we will have an additional round of sheeting that we'll need to do after we insulate, but the house wrap is on and it's time to move on to windows. I'm gonna go show Riley.
I found my gloves, guys. They're in the army truck. 104,000 subscribers.
You guys! What? Let me get my thoughts together. 100,004 of you are watching us build a shop in Idaho.
Thank you guys so much for following this channel, for helping us grow, and for turning this into something that Courtney and I never imagined was possible.
Our big life dream a year ago was just to build a camper so we could travel for a little bit. And now we have so many ideas of things that we never could have afforded to build or had the time to build or made the priorities to build. And now we get to do it full time.
Like, through your support, it allows us to turn our dreams into our full-time job because you guys watch and share our channel.
It's amazing. It really is. I can't believe that we're here doing this right now.
So thank you so much for all the support, and we look forward to years to come.
You guys are awesome.
We'll see you at 200,000. All right, we've got a majority of our main skeleton tacked together.
Do you lie awake at night? Are you afraid to turn out the lights? Is there something you're scared of? What's there out in the dark? Make sure to keep all your windows locked. Do you surrender? one for the lonely heart.